How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hope you guys have had a great and exceptional Wednesday. Hump day, all that good stuff. 2 more days to the weekend is here. Can't wait for it myself. So, good times are definitely around the corner. Going to be going live in the next hour because I'm going to be talking about what everybody else is talking about on social media. Near and dear to my heart in a sense, when I go live and be talking about Kamala Harris. So she's going to be Joe Biden's VP. I'm not taking anybody's political side or any of that nonsense. We don't do that here. This is a Money Moves channel, not a political channel. But going to be talking about some interesting things in that regards. All right. But today's word of the day is cheap. Now, what is the definition of cheap? It's an item, that could be for sale. If it was for sale, the item actually costs $150, but it's for sale for $80 plus tax, maybe 85, depending on where you live at, or more. However, I think a lot of people, sometimes it's good to be frugal with your money. I'm definitely a big fan of that. But a lot of times it's best to make sure that you're not as frugal, because if you are, a lot of times it could end up biting you in the butt. And, like you purchase an item that might be cheaper. A great example, I remember purchasing some headphones from the Dollar General when I was being cheap, okay? 2 weeks later, those headphones are null and void. They did not work anymore. They couldn't even stand the being within my pocket for over an hour or two and whatnot, So that's what I get for being cheap, because I love to work out. And when I work out, I like to have my headphones and whatnot. And I had to, spend a little extra money on specific wireless headphones because I wanted to be able to work out in peace, and I wanted to ensure that when I bought my item, it lasted me at least a year and not, 2 weeks, or a couple of days. So sometimes it doesn't pay to be cheap, and sometimes it does. It just depends on what the item is, especially when it comes to items that has to do with your health, your wealth, your well-being as a whole and whatnot, or when you're helping others. It doesn't pay to be cheap. That's just my personal opinion on that. Now, another great positive quote, because everybody's being very negative nowadays for some odd reason. I don't know why. Anyways, from Master P, the No Limit Soldier. I've always looked up to him because he's way more than a rapper. My favorite rappers have always been the ones who are people that were business owners. They might have started out as a rapper, but they were a business owner at the end of the day. Master P started out as a business owner and then became a rapper. He was an entrepreneur from the beginning. People like Diddy, entrepreneurs from the beginning. Nipsey Hussle, entrepreneur from the gate. You know what I mean? So I respect more people, the rappers and the entertainers that were business people before they, because it's great to be talented in multiple areas and whatnot. And I think it's inevitable for people to have to be talented in multiple areas and try to cash flow as much as they can off their talent at the same time, because we live in a multiple streams of income economy, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So, but yeah, so I definitely always got to give props to Master P. Nothing but respect and love. Very intelligent man from New Orleans, from one of the hardest projects, the Calio projects. And the man, I admire the man so much. He didn't even have his own bed until he left for college and whatnot. So he slept on the floor from birth till the time he was 17, 18 years old. So nothing but respect and love for that. But his quote is, if I can go through what I've been through and do a television show with my son, and then be a boy from the hood making records for the people I make records for, that's reality. And it goes back to one great thing. Never be ashamed of where you come from, but where you come from is not always where you need to be. And who you associate with as when you were 17 doesn't need to be who you associate with when you're 27. Okay? So that's one thing I always respect about Master P. He's another one like Damon Dash. He doesn't want to create, other people to be soldiers. He wants to help them become bosses. Because of a man like him, Snoop Dogg became more business minded and whatnot, and countless others and whatnot. And to me, when you're in business, you want to have people who are business minded, and they might not be when you first meet them, but if they had that desire and fire inside of them, then you want them to become the best that they can be, especially when it comes down to them becoming an owner of something. You know what I mean? Because the circle you hang out with means a lot. And if you're a builder and you're around losers, then you're not going to be much of a builder in the end. All right. So take care. Do me the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Haters, you know what happens. You get blocked and you get erased. So take care, family.